Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's the NFC Wildcard round on EA Sports. As we'll see Russell Wilson and the Green Bay Packers taking on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears.
This is what I'm talking about. NFL playoffs at Lambeau Field with a snowstorm camped out over the upper Midwest. Let's go. It's time for some great football in Green Bay. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Now it's Parker. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And when you think about his performance this year, you have to have nothing but admiration the way that he passed his team into the playoffs. They threw it around so well in the regular season, but in this game, the elements may affect them. I think they'll continue to fling it around until the weather slows them down, and if it doesn't, they'll continue to show the style that they've shown throughout the season.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Fields. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early. Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 2nd down at 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Fields now to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Play action. It's Fields. And he's got it. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DJ Moore from 10 yards out. And the Bears will strike first here, this wild card matchup. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's Hill, complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And this is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. Now they try the right side here. A 3-yard. Loss. 4th down now. Here comes the Bears punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball.
Touchdown, Packers! Tyreek Hill, 49 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now it's Parker. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Fields. He'll buy some time right. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Completion good for 14 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. To throw is Fields. On the move to his left. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown Bears. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Rohrwasser on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the 31, Wilson over the middle, complete. It's Hill. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This, the second of our tripleheader here on Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's NFC Wildcard game. And you can see the result there. Meanwhile, it's been as tight as we expected our game to be, all even at the half. Who will go on to the divisional round? We'll find out as we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before missed the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
Let's face it, the focus is going to be, at the end of this play, on the big-time gain, right? He lined up on the left and worked his way all the way to the right before the perfect pass found him. But how about the offensive line and the protection to give him enough time to work his way all the way across the field?
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
3 yards remain for second down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Throwing on third down, Fields. They'll roll him out right, and he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
And he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
To throw again is Wilson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on third down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Here's Fields. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. One quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. And he finds Howard complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. That's caught by Howard. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Santos' kick is up and through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So now Fields and the Bears down 20-14, 2:22 on the clock. Deuce is wild. It's got to be a touchdown here, and that won't be easy. On the road, in the playoffs, as they've got it with a first down. Now it's Fields. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. From the 35 on second down, Fields. He's got Smith-Schuster. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Steps away, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's back to throw. And fights through one man. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Packers pick it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Jones. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. They'll try and run for it with Jones. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. The Packers are moving on as we say thanks for watching and so long. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's the NFC Wildcard round on EA Sports. It's the Washington football team taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington football team. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw is Prescott. This to Jarwin. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw here. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Osborne. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 19.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Working with a 2nd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. He'll drop to throw. This is caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point safely through. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Prescott now. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, they got him again. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Patterson, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30. Now back to throw. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Back to throw now on 1st down. Crowder's got it over the middle. 7 yards the pickup there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5. They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Reynolds from 8 yards out. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Now he's forced out right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Prescott. He'll find Gandy Golden there, complete. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now a 2nd down and 6. Now Prescott gets this one to Morris. Prescott on 1st down. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. He finds his man, complete. That's Harper. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, BG, thanks very much. The playoffs are underway. What a weekend this is going to be. This, the first of 6 games set to be played. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here in the NFC. A 4-5 battle that ought to be a tight one, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers. As for our game, it has been very one-sided in that first half. But you can't take anything for granted in playoff football, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They run with Patterson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 14. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Owens. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. They go to Elliott again. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Prescott. And that's complete to Gandy Golden. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harper. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down at 4, Prescott. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Prescott to throw it. He finds his man complete. That's Morris. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Cowboys are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, It's Owens, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. Man open, here is Crowder. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Now time to see what this offense has left in the tank. And the drive starts with a completion left side. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Harper. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Check, 47. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Prescott yet again. He finds his man, complete. It's Morris. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Don't walk out here, man.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Elliott is in. Touchdown, Dallas. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. Owens. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Owens. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So, my goodness, we just talked about it a second ago. They decide not to keep it on the ground, and now the incomplete pass, that really changes things.
Certainly does, because you want the clock running. And now with it stopped, might breathe some new life into this game.
Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his 1st punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Let's see what our player spotlight feature has in store with Dak Prescott. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. He's got Elliott, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in by Cooper here. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Washington football team as we say so long from FedEx Field.
Tonight, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's the NFC Wildcard round on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Carolina Panthers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the...
Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top? He's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. They'll drop to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Second and 14. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Allen Robinson, 27 yards. And the Panthers will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Here's a 2nd and 7. Fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff as they run left side. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Just like that. 24's the mic.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll look to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Mike Gesicki there to make the grab. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. Here's 2nd and a yard.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down.
Brian Burns.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Quinnen Williams in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long.
And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw.
He'll air this one deep for Anderson.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle to Smith. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jonnu Smith from 19 yards away. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Point after here coming up. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's complete to Robinson. That catch good for only a couple.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2nd and 8.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Khalil Mack in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd and 15. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Landry now on the return. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a day it's been so far. This, the third of our Saturday triple header. 3 more to come tomorrow as the NFL playoffs are officially underway. But first, let's take a look ahead to Sunday's action in the NFC. A 3-6 battle that ought to be a good one, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Back to throw. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
to win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. They're going to look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Zach Cunningham in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The football going back over to Arizona now.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll set up a throw.
Another catch there for Waddle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a handoff looking right. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. To the right side, and he's got more, complete.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. One quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw now on first down. Again, he finds more. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Zaven Collins just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Panthers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Aaron Donald drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. And the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
24 is the mic. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
hands it off out of the gun.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. And now right out of the take, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.